So today we're talking about is imagination, how to master your imagination, and what I mean by master your imagination, understanding the reasoning behind all forms of your imagination. Now, it's most like the imagination is the objects that correspond. So I'll just call them allegories. But the objects that's within your mind that's being played out through a novelty that corresponds to your energy. What is your energy? The accumulation of all of your habits, your traits, and your lifestyle, your thinking patterns, your feelings. So think about your energy as all of those factors just in one. Okay? Because you got to understand you're always in a certain space, in a certain location, doing something at a certain time. So you can't necessarily experience all of you within a space. Well, you can whenever you get to it's not necessarily about you experiencing yourself in all spaces and locations. It's just about you understanding what space and location that you're in to exhibit a characteristic or a trait, because that's what wisdom is literally you being aware of the space, what things can play out, the situation, the scenarios, the mathematics of the space, what can happen, what will happen, what is your energy, how can you participate, what is the weakness within that space. So you analyzing the quality, you comparing the contrasting, and you remembering the comparison and the contraction of that space. So whenever you go to a certain space that is similar to that or that same space, you know exactly what it is, and you have the proper starting point to whatever you're trying to aim for, predicated upon your desire. So understand that the imagination is what it takes. Okay, so this is how one can get lost within the imagination. And you got to understand wishful thinking is using your imagination, but this plays along with the different factors of you using your imagination. So you got to understand what space you're in to even understand the imagination, because the mind does not play. The mind don't take time out. So whenever you go to your mind and you try to analyze things, you try to like put things to the side, but within your mind, things of that nature, you're like, whenever you go out in real life, right? And this is how you get confused. Whenever you go out in real life and your eyes, aka any sense that gets triggered via sound, taste, touch, smell, sight, whenever a energy that correlates to what you was hiding, so insecurity, something you were embarrassed about, okay, whenever you see, whenever your mind sees things that correlate to that energy, the energy of you being embarrassed and what you perceive to be embarrassing to you. So this is where we get to the subjective matters of it over the objective energy, because we all, as a human nature, right, we can all point to what embarrassment is. This is the nature of embarrassment. But we understand that some things make other individuals embarrassed and some things don't. So this is how we get into the energies of being in a subjective and a little mind state, our own little worlds per se. And we get lost within all what we can call ego. So this is where we understand this is how these things even come up, because we hide these things and the energy of what we are embarrassed of. So the nature of embarrassment, what we take from the nature of embarrassment and the nature of the representation that we use to express embarrassment, that is what our mind is attracted to. So whenever we go out in real life and we experience our senses from a event, a circumstance, situation, scenario, and that triggers thought forms that correlate to embarrassment. And these thought forms can come in through past memories, what you've seen via from the internet, right? Things that you don't want within your mind, but the reason why it's in your mind and it's stuck within your mind is because you are playing out an energy subconsciously, and you did it subconsciously because you didn't want to deal with it. You as a spirit, the idealism and the status quo, the stereotype, all those things correlate to why you didn't want to deal with it, right? It's because you felt the embarrassment, and that's where your mind goes to, is what the world perceives it to be. So that's why you bash and things of that nature, when you should be in a proper space to understand where these things come from, so you can turn the things they're trying to hide into something that's vulnerable for you, so you can actually transmute the energy. Because when you understand why you was hiding things, and why your mind gravitates towards objects and energies that you don't want to experience within your mind, things that annoy you within your mind, something that's repetitive within your mind, things of that nature, that's why these things come up. And whenever you understand that's where these things come from, then hey, buddy, no object, no energy that you don't want to experience won't enter, because you already are aware that's what that is, and you understand your value. You understand that that is unnecessary, and you know how to transmute things. So you are aware of your senses. You letting your mind do what it wants to do. So whenever things do come up that you don't necessarily like, you are aware of the moment. Even when you're on the internet, just scrolling on the internet. All right, so this is how you transmute the internet too, by the way. So anybody that's on TikTok and just anything, listen to music, right? This is why music even gets stuck in your head. Understand the energy that you are in whenever you are looking at a TikTok, a short, a video, a post, right? Like, because you got to understand, like, this is why these things happen, and this is why these things get this. I don't want to say manifest out of nowhere, because you put yourself in that position just by you participating, by going on your phone, going outside, breathing. So it's about you being aware of your senses, and whenever you are aware of that's what that is within that moment, just create an awareness that correlates to whatever energy that you are in. So this takes the understanding of you for one. So you're not gonna understand your imagination if you don't understand you, which is why you need to go watch just my videos and put in your shadow work, and go through the lessons that you have put yourself in within some type of energy system. Energy system as being your thought patterns, your feelings, emotions, things of that nature, your virtues, principles, morality, understanding knowledge in the self, comparing and contrasting, understanding with space, time, right? All the things that I upload on my channel, wherever you understand your natures of you participating within nature, then that's when you got your imagination on lock, and you understand the novelty of the imagination, how these things even manifest, and dreams. You will lucid dream every night, because it's an awareness, period. Like, you're gonna lucid dream every night. So we gotta understand that too as well. I don't make the video too long, because y'all don't even watch the videos on the really, really important things. So that let me know that majority of humanity is still lost, even though my channel is doing pretty good for a little small channel, but y'all still not watching the whole video. So that's how I know that humanity is doomed. I'm not gonna lie. So like, comment, subscribe.